When I moved back from British Columbia, before that I had no like real interest in photography beyond like a landscape or whatever I'm traveling. Oh, nice mountain or something like that. And then I walked into my brother's room because when I'd moved back, we were living together, and he was just loading a film camera, and something just clicked. It was just like immediately I saw it, and I was like, I want that. I was in kind of a rough place, just kind of partying a lot, not really knowing what I was doing with myself, and then I just went out and bought a camera. I went to a camera training company, bought a Minolta X700, and just like threw film in it. And I always used to go for walks anyway. I would just kind of aimlessly walk and listen to music and just kind of like interact with the street in one way or another. I was already doing the groundwork for street photography, in that I was always walking kind of without anywhere to go, just observing, being slow on the street, and just kind of being comfortable out there. And so I bought the camera and stepped out and started shooting, on all like manual, automatic settings, just working on getting the focus down, figuring out composition, stuff like that. And then I just started pouring every hour of my day into that. Work was kind of slow in the winter, and so I just wanted something to do, right? And to shoot more under my own circumstances, like control it, and it's not for a client, it's not for any other reason than just taking a photograph and like meeting people, right? And that little moment you can share in a portrait. It's tough when money and creativity, or that money and like that moment overlap. And I feel like it's a lot more special to just offer my time and like take that photograph of someone and not also charge them. Because that way it can just be real. They came and I'm there, and that's just like in that moment. So that was like something I really wanted to build on, but I just wanted to start a project that couldn't end. And I figured trying to shoot everybody that's come in on this project, because it's very simple and digestible, is just like, yeah, that's cool. You know, the idea of having the 300 portraits all collaged at the end, it's just going to mean that everybody who looks at it is going to interact with it differently. And that's up to them. It's not this message that I'm trying to convey. All I'm showing you is your community, the people that you know closely, versus maybe, oh, that's that barista, or oh, that's, that person that works at the donut shop or whatever, like, and that's what's happening to me now that I've photographed strangers, but now I see them in the places I go all the time, and there's just this little, connection to that. It's almost like a part-time job. The back end of this project is just like scheduling, organizing. I don't take work on Tuesdays. I don't play soccer on Tuesdays. I shoot from 5 to midnight, about 17 to 20 portraits every Tuesday. In shooting so many disconnected people that are only separated by like the smallest of margins, it could kind of tie people in together a little more. I had 3 people here a couple weeks ago for like the 5 o'clock booking slot, and they all worked in the same office building, and none of them knew each other. And then they left knowing each other, right? So it's like, I'm not the only one meeting people.
I'm a skateboarder, but I spent a lot of time meeting people that have clothing companies or do photography, and I used to make a lot of skate videos, but during the winter time it's not so easy to get out and do those things. And I was very motivated from the trip to come back and be a part of more than just something that'll be posted on Instagram, make some meaningful content. So I heard about this project and I thought it was awesome, and a couple friends of mine were into it, and they told me it was right down the street, so why not come by and get a cool photo taken.
I know that I don't like the head-on, so I have them looking to the left of the camera just a little bit, it just works better with the lighting and the whole idea of kind of cutting the face in half but having that catch light there. But the first shot with most people, I just let them sit because I still am okay with a uniqueness kind of happening. So if somebody does something, if they just sit down and go like this, I'm like, yeah, let's try that. Even though most people don't do that, because if it works, great. If not, then I can, direct it a little more hands-on. So the lighting's coming from the left-hand side, but in the final photo, which is because it's a negative in a 4.5 camera, there's no mirror, so it's upside down and backwards when you're looking through it. So the person in the ground glass that you're focusing on, they're upside down. If they turn their head left, it turns right, and vice versa. Working in a darkroom is really cool because of the legs it gives to like any type of, so I can shoot it, I can develop it, and then I can spend 8 hours printing a single image. And that just gives so much more like depth to the process. I'll be doing this project for at least the next year, so there's never really a limit to who I can't shoot. So it's like I'm always looking for people to reach out. It's just a matter of slotting people in. So when people reach out, there might be a little delay, but I'll still want to photograph them.